Alright, so now we're going to take a look at my first impressions of the Zune. So I haven't actually powered it up yet, so we'll just press the power button here, which is the play button. The Zune is booting up, as you can see. Now I think it's coming out of sort of a sleep state. I don't know if this was in its full suspended state. It would depend on when the Zune was last powered on, of course. And so now here we have the new user interface. So now, as you can tell, I'm just simply sliding my finger up and down. Oh, interesting. And so they've actually got a full motion thing. But I can also, of course, I can also click. Now, I think this is really cool because this is absolutely, at least in my opinion, the best of both worlds between clicking and sliding. I've always found the iPod's interface a little bit difficult to use because it requires a certain amount of mastery of going around in circles. Whereas this, we can, if you're an iPod type user where you like to just sort of slide your finger up and down, you can do that. Or if you're sort of just like me, you're a bit more kind of tactile, you can simply click up and down and away you go. So we'll pop into pictures here. Okay, so as you can tell, it's actually saying to start visit Zune.net setup. And it's actually something I forgot to point out in the unboxing video. There's actually no software in the box. So the assumption here is that the user actually wants to, or rather the user needs to go to Zune.net and it'll actually download all of the software. Now, I have mixed feelings about that. I think if you're, let's say you buy this and then you head off to the airport and I don't know, you want to load up some content, it would be really nice for them to actually have the software available. Now, CDs are too big. USB memory keys are so cheap, they could probably put, a 16 meg USB memory key in there and actually, give you the software that way. But at any rate, minor quibble. So if we go into music, okay, so it looks like unlike previous Zunes, there is no content on the device, or at least there's no content that I can access yet. So that's actually pretty interesting. So it will allow me to go into the settings. So you can see here I'm on the settings. This is version 2, bootloader 799. Now, when you see the word bootloader, I'm not too sure about that. I don't think the word bootloader should be there, so maybe this isn't a final commercial release. I'm not 100% sure. I was told that it was. You see there's the new podcasting menu item, and there's radio, social, pictures, and video. So it looks like there's really not a whole lot I can do with the Zune until I connect it to my PC. But the UI is definitely different. I wasn't too sure if I was going to like it because if we look at the original Zune user interface, which I will bring up off camera here, the original Zune interface was quite a bit different. It was quite a bit smaller, and the Zune interface, the original one, looked a lot more like the portable media center software that it was actually based upon. So if you look over on the left here, we have the original Zune where the menu items are smaller, and there's the white bar that allows you to select it, and then of course on the left we have the bigger version. The new Zune UI has been described as kind of a Fisher-Price user interface because it's so big, but I'm kind of digging it. Now let's set this one aside and let's take a quick look at the Zune 8. So again, I haven't actually powered this up before, so we'll just press and hold and we'll watch. See if the boot is as quick on this device. Actually, it should be a little bit quicker because it's flash based. Now the screen, of course, is quite small, but yeah, the resolution looks quite good. The resolution on this particular model is still 320 by 240, which is, believe it or not, the same resolution as the Zune 80. So what, of course, that means is that the clarity of the screen on the smaller device is actually going to be quite a bit higher. The one thing I don't dig too much is the gigantic bezel. You can see this big black bar around here. It would have been great. I mean, people like screen. They don't like bezel. So it would have been really cool if the screen would have actually gone all the way to the edge of the green, which would, of course, given you a slightly larger screen. Functionality-wise, everything looks identical. Just like on the Zune 80, I can't really do anything with the device until I connect it. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that because this touchpad is, well, actually, I was going to say it's a little bit smaller, but if you look at the size difference, they're very, very close in size. So even though the Zune 8 is quite a bit smaller, the touchpad is actually almost the same size. At any rate, that kind of ends this part of the video. I'm going to need to charge up the devices and get some content on there. and we'll see what we take it. We'll see how we take it from there. But I will say that the new Zune devices are definitely much more impressive than the first generation devices, even just from a physical hardware standpoint. So I'm definitely looking forward to ripping into it. Thanks for watching.